Ahead on Oregon News, Bernie Sanders visits Springfield. Lead is found in multiple elementary schools' drinking water, and we look ahead to a big weekend for Oregon sports. All this and more coming up. Hello and welcome to today's Oregon News Update. I'm TJ Brassel. With primary elections right around the corner, presidential candidates are making their last efforts at getting votes in states around the country. Bernie Sanders held a rally in Island Park in Springfield this morning. The doors to the rally opened at 10 and admission was free. Sanders will be looking to gain some votes in Oregon as he is currently trailing Hillary Clinton in the Democratic primary. Oregon's primary is on May 17th. We'll have more on this rally tomorrow on Oregon News. Tacoma, Washington elementary students from 11 different schools consumed high levels of lead in their drinking water for at least the past year. The Tacoma School District found lead levels far above the accepted amount in different locations within those schools over a year ago in May of 2015. Parents weren't alerted until this month. District officials are reviewing how their lead test results weren't taken seriously immediately and are looking closer at the results for other schools in the district. The number of schools within the district found to be affected has already grown from 2 to 6 to 11 in the past 2 weeks. One elementary school had lead levels of up to 116 times the accepted standard. Water fountains are blocked off and water bottles were ordered for students to drink in the affected schools. Coming up on Oregon News, we take a look at how the Blazers fared against the Clippers last night. We look ahead to the weekend of Oregon sports, and we see what the weather will be looking like today. We'll be right back.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
The Portland Trail Blazers took the court last night in Game 5 of their series against the Los Angeles Clippers. Led by CJ McCollum's 27 points, the Blazers won 108-98. That gives them a 3-2 series lead over the undermanned Clippers, who lost 2 of its star players, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, earlier in the series to injury. The Blazers look to close out the series at home Friday, which would lead to only their second conference semifinal appearance since the 2000 and 2001 season. The NFL Draft begins tonight. The first round will be aired tonight. Rounds 2 and 3 will be on Friday. Rounds 4 through 7 will be on Saturday. 12 Ducks have entered the draft, led by defensive end DeForest Buckner. Buckner is projected to go as high as the 3rd overall pick of the draft in some mock polls. The draft begins at 5. Oregon baseball snapped its 4-game losing streak last night. The Ducks beat in-state rival Oregon State 7-6 in another non-conference matchup. Last time these two teams met, the Ducks fell short 11-10 after coming back from an 8-0 deficit. The Ducks followed up that loss by being swept by UCLA this past weekend, but they got back on track offensively last night early on. The Ducks exploded for 7 runs in the second, and that proved to be just enough to hold off the late comeback by the 12th-ranked Beavers. The Ducks return to the Diamond Friday as they resume conference play against the Washington State Cougars at 6. Oregon softball is hosting the Arizona Wildcats this weekend for its first home series in nearly a month. The Ducks return to Jane Sanders Stadium, 5th in the nation and 1st in the Pac-12. Oregon's also looking to extend an 8-game winning streak. Arizona comes into Eugene ranked 17th nationally and 5th in the Pac-12. The Wildcats are coming off of a series loss to UCLA after reeling off 8 straight wins of their own. U of O and U of A face off in Jane Sanders Stadium Friday at 7, Saturday at 5, and Sunday at noon. The Oregon's women's lacrosse team heads into the postseason play today. The Ducks have their first round game of the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation tournament against Colorado. The Ducks look to avenge this past Sunday's regular season finale loss to the Buffs. The game will be at Stanford's Kagan Stadium at 4. Now let's take a look at today's weather. Well, it looks like the rain has left us for at least today, as we're looking at a high of 64 and a low of 44. As we look towards the weekend, you may have to break out the rain jackets if you're looking to head to Oregon baseball on Friday. We're looking at some showers Friday with a high of 58 and a low of 41. Moving farther into the weekend, the sun starts to come back. So it will be partly cloudy on Saturday with a high of 66 and a low of 42. Sunday, you may need to break out that sunblock. Expect a high of 79 and a low of 49. That does it for this week. Make sure to join us tomorrow at 12 for our live Oregon News broadcast. The Oregon News Daily Updates will be back Monday through Thursday next week. I'm TJ Brassel. Have a great day.